Doesn't matter where you want to build an empire, there are important rules when it comes to build kingdoms and empires. If it's your real estate empire, if it's your network marketing empire, if it's your whatever empire. If you are a real man or a real woman, you are looking for an empire, you're building something big, you found in life what you want to do and you want to take it big. But when it's about to build an empire, there are certain important rules that I studied that are very important, that kings gave their sons, that queens gave their sons or their their daughters when they one day will rule the empire. And the first one, and you can take this for business, it helped me a lot. The first one is, one cannot be king if they cannot even rule themselves. So you cannot be a king, you cannot lead an empire if you cannot rule yourself. How you can combat that is personal development, right? If you are someone that is leading in any industry, you need to focus on being disciplined and doing personal development so you are a stable, emotionally stable leader in whatever you do. Number two is, most young kings get their heads cut off. Many people, when they grow into their business, when they get good, when they become like important figures in what they do, they just get distracted by the bullshit. They get distracted by the women, the alcohol, distracted by the lifestyle. They get slow because now they have a better life. Don't get your head cut off in the process of even getting better and becoming an industry leader in whatever you do. Number three is, come, see, conquer, and move on. Don't get attached to stuff. You come, you see it, you conquer, and you continue. Don't take any emotional, stupid decisions just because you are married to the game. I always say, connected to everything, but not attached to anything, right? So be connected and know about your space and know about what you're doing, but don't get too attached to it so you don't take any stupid emotional decision, even when it comes to workers, when it comes to people in your company, when it comes to material stuff. Don't get too attached. Be connected to it, but not attached. Live by the principles that you wish to be followed in your lands, right? You cannot set up principles. You cannot set up rules that you don't follow yourself. That's one of the biggest leadership mistakes that I see in every industry. People preaching what they don't practice. That's the fastest way for you to go into the unsuccessful grave. That's the fastest way for you to lose everything in your business, right? Then we have, your ability to lead is your competitive advantage. The better you are in leading, the better you are in getting across the point of what your vision is, where you want to go, and giving people the right resources, the better, more successful you will be in what you do. Many people fail in leadership positions to get the point across, or to get just in general stuff across that they need to get done, such as delegating, right? We talk a lot about this, like how to delegate, how to tell people what to do, right? Too many kings, too few castles. Understand that most people want to become kings or queens, but there's not enough castles, right? Don't jump around and find all the time different opportunities. Focus on one opportunity, become the best, become valuable, so you have your own castle, or you even build your own castle, right? It is very important that you don't jump into an industry that is already maybe full of people, of kings. Find an industry, find something that you can grow in, you can change a little bit. And even if you take a very crowded industry, do something different. Let's say, for example, you are a content creator. There are thousands of content creators out there. I get a message every day from a content creator that wants to do my content. They all do the same edits, they all ask the same questions, they all give the same value, they all ask for the same prices. Be different, right? Doesn't matter which industry. Understand there are too few castles and too many people that want to become rich, successful, and kings and queens. There are no kings without enemies. A real king has enemies. So if you don't have enemies in what you do, then you are not there yet. If you run around telling people that you are the big G in whatever you do, but you don't have any enemies, then something is going wrong. You are not pissing off people. And if you're not pissing off people, you're doing something wrong. You need to piss off people with what you do, with what you say, because if not, your vision, your goal is too small. Never interrupt. That's a crazy one. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Too many times you have people around you in your industry that you maybe shake hands with, you like them, you're friends. I'm a big fan of giving value. I'm a big fan of helping people. But if they make mistakes, especially if they are your competitors, if they are making mistakes, then leave them. Leave them make the mistakes, it doesn't matter, right? Never interrupt them, because it's gonna be good for you. Keep your friends within reach, but not closer. A shield only works if the enemy is on the other side, right? So if this is your shield and your friends are behind you, next to you, behind the shield, how can you shield off? It doesn't work. You need to have a certain zone. You need to have a certain line towards the people that you work with, even your best friends, even with your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend. It doesn't matter. There needs to be a certain position that they are and you are in, and the positions are clear, because you cannot shield yourself from mistakes, bullshit, whatever happens out there, if they are behind the shield and can attack you easily. A queen needs a kingdom, not a king to be a queen, right? Again, a queen needs a kingdom, not a king to be a queen. So especially if you are a man and you have a queen, she needs you to be the king. You need to be the king. So many men that I see out there that are in big positions, but they behave like they are peasants. They behave like they're peons. They behave like they are, you know, like whatever, like a queen. No, you have to be the king. She's the queen, or the direct opposite, right? So if it's in a female version, she's the queen and the king supports the queen, right? It's really important to know the position, who is supporting who, and you need to act accordingly to your position. Too many times I see people acting different, even though they are in a very strong position. You are the leader, so lead. You create rules, so live by the rules. You cannot walk around and talk shit and give people rules and tell them what to do and you don't do it yourself, right? That's bullshit. That's like low energy. You don't do that, okay? In the country, and that's one that actually my uncle gave me. My uncle, he is a multi-millionaire. He built his business after the Angolan Civil War. He took over a company that they used to repair tanks with. So they used the engineer company used to repair tanks. He bought that company after the war ended, because obviously they didn't need to repair any tanks anymore. And he changed the company into a construction company because he was a civil engineer. And he was the one with his company that built the road through whole Angola, and he made his first big money with that, reinvested it. And he said to me, in the country, he lives in Africa, but I believe so, that's true everywhere, but in the country of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In the country where everyone is blind, no one sees, you only need one eye to be open and you are the king. And if you have two eyes open, then you're the big G king, okay? So that means be perspicacious, be someone that is perceptive, okay? Have a certain view on details. Focus on seeing what is happening in the world and don't be fucking blind like everyone else. We saw that too much in the past with all the common flu bullshit, right? People are blind, they're just walking around blind. There are some people that had one eye open, they started two businesses, they set themselves up. I know people that were doing like the COVID test centers, they made so much money in a couple of months, they set up their life and now they're using this money with their skills to make more money reinvesting whatever crypto. Same thing with crypto. If you had one eye open, you could have made so much money with crypto, right? Whoever controls the king controls the kingdom. Too many kings, too many leaders are controlled by people around them, controlled by one person. So if you are a leader, make sure that not only one person controls you, but if there's a control of anyone, then it should be more people, more leaders. You need you need advisors and more of them, not only one of them. Too many times in history, you see that the king's advisor was the one that fucked up everything. You see it in the Roman Empire times, you saw it in many times where actually the king was good, the queen was good, but their people around them, they fucked it up, they had their own ambitions and they were whispering into their ears stupid shit, emotional shit, and that's why everything ended and they lost and got cut off. So there are only two forces in the world, only two forces, the sword and the spirit. Right? So the tools and the mindset. Again, a CEO is someone that gives people the vision, the spirit, the vision, and the tools, the sword. That's the only way how you can conquer. That's the only way how you become the best in what you do. Stay and focus on the basics. Too many people and leaders get caught up in bullshit. Focus on the basics. What is your vision? Where do you want to go? What are the resources and the people that support that? A king is a king even when he isn't wearing his crown. If you are a leader, and it doesn't matter what you do, let's say you are a leader in network marketing and affiliate marketing, let's say you are a leader of a real estate company. When you are working, obviously you are the leader, you are the king. But even afterward, you should behave and stay and be the king. Too many people play a role in their work. Too many people play a role in front of people. They are not authentic. There are people that put themselves into positions, right? And they play a role for a couple of hours, for a couple of minutes, for a couple of days, and then they go back into their bad habits. A king is a king, even if he is not in duty and not wearing a crown. Remember that, right? Because playing a role will always be inauthentic, inauthentic, and people will understand and see, and your character will break through that you are playing something that you are not. Build yourself up physically in terms of mindset, in terms of life in general, to be a king in every situation. You cannot be a coward in any other life situation. Like, you have to be a professional, and professional is how you do anything, is how you do everything. In every area, in every endeavor of life, you have to be a king. Not only when you're wearing your crown and you're put in the position by some people, right? The last one is only the king knows how much the crown weighs. And I leave you with that. Only the king knows how much the crown weighs. Sometimes you have to remember and remind people who the king is and make them understand how heavy it is to actually have the crown on your head. Many people don't understand that, and sometimes you have to tell them and you have to make them understand so they can better think in your position, because sometimes you will be tested as a leader, and as a crown, as someone that is wearing the crown or being a crown means that you will be tested by people. So again, That's why you need to be professional. That's why you are a king and you need to hold character even if you don't have your crown on. Understand that these are the rules to build your empire. Be very careful about them. One of these rules misunderstood or misused or in general used against you can destroy your empire. Something that you build up over years can be destroyed in a couple of seconds with a stupid emotional decision.